Hey spider lovers, tonight I am doing a video about substrate. I get questions all the time, and when I talk about the substrate that I use, I always have people chiming in saying, oh, well, what is that, or where do you get it, or I think that's a terrible idea because awesome. Let me explain something to you. Different elevations, different humidities, different temperatures may require different substrates. Where I live, this is what works for me. I never recommend everyone should do what I do. I say, if you're asking me, this is what works for me. For arboreal, for terrestrial, I use a substance called vermiculite. In addition to that, I've had people commenting, basically insinuating that my animals are living in neglectful conditions because they don't have enough substrate in their cage. For example, let's take a look at this Cyclosternum fasciata. Now here is a lady who doesn't have a whole lot of substrate because she continues to ball up the vermiculite with her bolus, at which time it gets removed because I don't keep the bolus in with the animal. Now, not very long ago, she had about this much substrate, and now most of it's gone. When I need to replenish the substrate, I do. In a few incidences, I do use cocoa fiber. For example, I have found that centipedes need it, and in most cases for me, it ends up molding up, and although I think that it is more attractive than vermiculite, I tend to be concerned with hygiene and the safety of the animals over cosmetic appearance, and I find vermiculite to be the cleanest, simplest substrate for my animals. And here I have a Psalmopoeus cambridgei, and this is an arboreal, also on vermiculite. I think it's great because it releases moisture over time, and again, it's what I've been successful with. One animal that I do keep in deep substrate, which I do again use vermiculite, is Ephebopus cyanognathus, the blue fang. This was recommended to me by Kelly Swift. They are deep burrowers, and it's worked really well for me. Now here is an example of what an animal will do. In many cases, this is not an animal living in nature. This is an animal living in captivity. And no matter what you do, you're not going to simulate their natural environment exactly. Every week that I come in here and check on her, she has completely remodeled. Now the difference between the way my animals live and the way they live in the wild is they are not living in a hostile and dangerous environment. They are living in a safe, clean environment. So thank you very much everyone for giving me your ideas and opinions. I'm always open to new information, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Vermiculite is in general the substrate for me. I've explained why. If you have additional questions or comments, please leave them below. And I hope that I've put some of your minds at ease. This was a Tarantula Substrate video, and I'll see you guys again soon.